In the dead of night, a shadowy figure dragged a lifeless woman onto the old stone bridge, her wedding veil fluttering like a ghost in the wind. By dawn, she stood frozen, a macabre statue staring into the abyss, her eyes wide with eternal horror. The city of Eldridge had always been a place of quiet secrets, where the fog from the river clung to the streets like unspoken regrets. But lately, those secrets had turned deadly. They called him the Bridegroom Killer, a phantom who preyed on married women in their prime, women with rings on their fingers and lives full of promise. He didn't just kill. He orchestrated a twisted symphony of violation and preservation. It began with Alana, a 28-year-old accountant whose husband worked nights. One evening, as she walked home from her yoga class, a van pulled up silently. Before she could scream, a cloth pressed over her mouth, laced with a sedative that blurred her world into darkness. When she awoke, she was chained to a cold metal table in a dimly lit basement. The man, tall, masked, his voice a chilling whisper, spoke of eternal beauty as he assaulted her, his hands like ice on her skin. When the torment ended, he injected her with a special chemical cocktail, a lethal dose of potassium cyanide mixed with his own brew, stopping her heart in seconds without a trace of struggle. But death was only the beginning. He pumped her veins with a proprietary embalming fluid formaldehyde, enhanced with secret stabilizers he de-perfected in hidden labs to keep her body pristine, untouched by decay. That night, under the cover of stars, he dressed her in a flowing white bridal gown, veil, and bouquet clutched in rigid hands. He posed her on the Hawthorne Bridge. Standing tall as if waiting for a lover, her makeup flawless, lips painted red. Come morning, joggers screamed as they realized the statue was no art installation. It was Elena, eyes glassy, her body unmarred by time. The pattern repeated. Next was Sophia, a teacher snatched from her driveway. Raped, poisoned, preserved. He left her seated on the sandy shores of Crescent Beach, her gown billowing in the breeze, as if gazing at the waves in matrimonial bliss. Beachcombers found her at sunrise, her pose so lifelike that one man tried to wake her before the horror set in. Then came Mia, a nurse abducted after her shift. The same ritual, violation, the fatal injection, the preserving elixir. Dressed as a bride, he placed her on a park bench in Central Green. Hands folded in her lap, a serene smile forced onto her face. Dog walkers discovered her, mistaking her for a sleeping bride at first, until they touched her cold skin. The police were baffled. No fingerprints, no DNA. The chemicals erased all traces, leaving only a haunting stillness. The killer's signature was his twisted artistry, each victim a public monument to his madness, challenging the city to catch him. Whispers spread. Was he a jilted lover? A chemist gone rogue? The media frenzy grew, urging citizens to stay vigilant, report the shadows. Detective Lara Voss, a widow herself, took the case personally. "We can't let this monster turn our city into a graveyard of brides," she declared at a press conference. She rallied the community. Lock your doors, walk in pairs, and if you see a van lurking or a figure in the fog, call it in. The hunt was on. Voss traced chemical suppliers, interviewed husbands, pieced together the killer's profile, a man scorned by marriage, seeking to immortalize what he couldn't have. But as Voss closed in, the killer escalated. He targeted her next, leaving a chilling note. "Will you be my final bride?" In the misty dawn, on the very bridge where it began, a new figure appeared. Detective Voss, dressed in white, standing eternal. But was she truly dead, or had she turned the tables, baiting the killer into his own trap? What do you think? Reader, could you spot the bridegroom in your own shadows? Or would you become his next masterpiece?